Welcome back once more. Second video on the San Ildefonso on the Occre collaboration. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I'm starting where I left off on the last video. The ribs that have the reinforcements going through are in place, and now I'm going to place the ribs at the stern and the ribs on the aft that don't have the reinforcements going through. The process is the same. I use white glue and I make sure they go all the way down, and I make sure they are squared. On the ribs with the reinforcements, as you've seen on the latest video, the gluing the reinforcement with super glue, I make sure that everything is squared. And on these ribs, because there's no reinforcement going through, I need something to hold in the proper position while the glue dries. Now, these small pieces are to help secure the masts. Now moving on to the stern structure. Now the pieces for the aft structure. Now I'm cutting the 3x1 planks to start preparing the planks that will cover the deck. With all the planks cut to length, I group them in groups of 10 and I secure them. To simulate the caulking between the planks, I'm using oil paints. I will address in a bit why I'm using oil paints. I put the oil paint in cardboard, I leave it there for a bit to soak up a bit the oils. Then I have the brush with a bit of white spirits, only a bit. You have to feel this. If it's too thick, it's hard to spread. If it's too thin, it will bleed into the wood. So it's just moistening the brush in a way that it's not that liquid, but it's easy enough to spread. Now, why am I using oils? So, from the methods that exist to simulate caulking, let's start with using thread or paper or cardboard. For me, not only those are a lot more work, I believe they look better in bigger scales. This is too much small scale to effectively use those methods. Methods like using white glue with ash, white glue with black paint, those require a smooth surface to be able to remove the excess effectively. And I don't want a smooth surface. I have my ships too weathered and too uneven to like that. They also work better with more dense wood, nobler wood than this. So I discard those two processes also. One of the most common ones is to paint the side of the planks with a pencil. For me, that one is not dark enough. Even darker pencils don't seem to work it's not dark enough. I've tried coloring pencils. It's hard to paint all the planks properly. I've tried crayons. They don't take on this wood very well. So that one is out of the question also. A simple method is to use a black marker. I've used it in other projects and I like it. It's fast, it's simple, it's clean, which oil paints aren't. But in this case, because on the weathering process, I use a solution of alcohol and in ink, the alcohol makes the marker bleed into the wood. So sadly, I cannot use marker. With all that in mind, I'm left with oil paints. It's not the easiest, but it's not the hardest. It's not a clean process, definitely. It's the big problem. It takes a long time to dry, but in this case, I will use it to my advantage. You will see it further along. It doesn't react with the alcohol, and it's dark enough for my aesthetic needs. I mark on the decks the lines that will guide the placement of the planks. I put all the decks on the ship and I glue the first row in this case the central row of planks, I always glue it on the ship. We can never replicate exactly the position of these things outside of the ship. The, the deck will always fit a bit closer on one side, a bit twisted on the other, so this is always done on the ship. I'm careful to glue it only to one side, but this row of planks overlaps the central line. Done this way, this guarantees that there will not be space between the planks from one side and from the other, and it will guarantee that it looks like a single deck and not made from two halves. I continue to plank. After the first row is done, I can do it outside of the ship. You can see by now that this is quite dirty. My fingers are getting dirtier and dirtier. The planks are getting dirty, and this is intended because I didn't wait for the oils to fully dry. I didn't do all the planks that I will be needing because I don't want them to dry before putting them on a ship. The idea here is simple. Having the oil still not fully dry, the planks will get dirty during this process, and when I'm sanding, I will spread this oil around and it will darken the planks and it will help the weathering effect. Once the planking is done, you can see I start to sand, and this dust, this dirty black dust that is generated by the sanding, will help give a greyish tone to the planks, which is exactly what I'm looking for to make them look weathered. This is where I will end today's video. I hope you all have enjoyed it. Leave a like, leave a comment. Please do consider subscribing to the modelship channel. I hope to catch you all in the next one.